Shalom, shalom. I'm Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First, I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor will be to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rahak, Kodash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth and rule well. I want to say shalom to the Akwath and Akim out there. Also want to say shalom to you speckled birds out there, even though you may look like the heathen, but are not the heathen. Anyway, was at camp Saturday. An old vocab popped up. We came at the end and he was going in on his little rant or whatever, trying to prove the Israelites wrong, trying to bring us back into Christianity, trying to put those shackles back around our necks and around our feet and our hands, but to no avail, not at all. It's not gonna happen. Of course, he was slinging his book and whatnot, but the things that he was talking about was a bunch of nonsense. At the end of the day, something he said, there's a lot that he said, and the brothers went and basically gave him scripture and chopped him down. But at the same time, dealing with vocab is for what? Seriously, when you really sit back and think about it, what's the point of dealing with him? It's just getting to the point where he's just entertainment. Because we're not going to change at all. We're not going to change. We're not going to change what we teach. We teach 100% truth. He teaches Christianity. He teaches everybody can make it. It ain't about the Israelites when the scriptures tell you otherwise. He teaches also that Esau is done away with. Esau is not done away with. And let's make it simple and plain. Who's ruling the world right now? Who's the wicked right now? Who do you see in office right now? Who's ruling America, Babylon right now? Who's destroying stuff right now? Think about it. It doesn't take much. Who wrote in Jim Crow laws right now? Doesn't take much to figure out who's in control, why the earth is in the way that it's in. Because it ain't due to the 12 tribes of Israel. None of us. We ain't destroying the world. Are we? Are we polluting the water? Are we flipping trains over? Are we burning down what do you call those factories and shit? Now, let's just say this. Let's just say Jake has a hand in doing some damage. But it's going to be by who? Who's the ringleader? Matter of fact, go to Psalms 83. Chapter, what is that? I want to say that 7. The ringleader is Edom. And then all the other nations follow behind him. Anyway, so the first scripture I want to go into to prove that there's no end to no people. We're all here. We're just called by different things. Esau, Edom, the Edomites don't call themselves Edomites. They call themselves today Caucasians. They call themselves white people. That's what they call themselves. They go by another name. They're not going to go by the Edomites. They may call themselves Romans, which were Edomites. And yes, there were some Jakes amongst the Roman army. Yes. Some so-called blacks among that held high positions in the Roman army. Yes. And did whatnot. But at the end of the day, Esau still exists. Esau existed from all the way back from then, from time of Jacob and Esau, all the way till now. All the way to now. If you do your history on them, you start to understand. Matter of fact, who can we go into real quick? Alexander the Great, an Edomite. King Herod, an Edomite. The Romans, Edomites. The majority of the Romans were Edomites. They called themselves white back then, or Caucasians? No, they weren't. What did they do? They went out and they conquered, they killed, King Alexander went out and conquered and did what he had to do. Right? And when they conquered lands, what did they do? They conquered the lands, and then after they conquered, what did they do? They called themselves the people of the land that they conquered. Like, what do they call themselves? The Greeks. When actually the Greeks were dark-skinned people. They conquered them. They conquered some others. Oh, we're going to call us them. Matter of fact, why do you think it's so easy for them to say they're the Egyptians? Think about that shit for a minute. Oh, they're the Egyptians. It was Caucasians ruling Egypt in the time of Yahushai, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus. When the Bible clearly states who was over there. Well, Pharaoh was not Caucasian. They were, what was it? I want to say, if I'm saying it right, Nubian, or today you would call them what? Sudanese. Tall, lanky, and black. So-called black, extremely dark. What else do Edomites call themselves today? Vikings. Oh, they're the Vikings. They finding out today. Hey, a lot of them are finding out they ass ain't the Vikings. The Van Hela and all that. You know who that came from? That came from Jake. You so-called Negroes. That's where that came from, like it or not. Go, and any Caucasians are listening to this, go dig in deep. And you gonna find out where it came from. All those guys like Thor and all that. Who did that come from? Y'all think that came from y'all? No, it didn't. Not at all. It came from Jake. And I ain't boasting about it because it's some bullshit. But at the end of the day, it came from Jake. The scriptures even tell you what y'all are. You're vagabonds. You're basically Cain, reincarnated. Spirit of Cain on y'all. That's what y'all are. The vagabond. You lie, you steal, you kill, you go out, and then you call yourselves by the other nations. Because why? Deep down inside, you know who you are. Especially the elite. They know exactly who they are. Amalek. Come on, we know. So the first scripture I want to go into, get off my little rant, to prove it through scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. What does it say? There is no end of all the people. Means what? Everybody still exists today. They're just called by another name. See, today we would be called what? African Americans, Negroes, niggers. Mexicans would be called Mexican spicks, beaners. For a byword, not trying to be any causing any harm, but you gotta, hey man, I'll keep it 100 around here with me and my brothers. So you so-called Native Americans, they call you that. You're actually Gadites. They call you what? Tontos. They call you savages when you're not. And them motherfuckers came in there and slaughtered y'all. And yes, you're a northern tribe. You was here first. When they always I keep hearing this bullcrap that, oh, the African Americans over here first. No, the Native Americans and the so-called Mexicans were here first. Issachar, they were here. Now, can I say that some of Judah was over here? Maybe a sprinkle here and there. It's possible. But they were over here first, while we were still in another land before we came over here. Oh, and let's stick another pin in this one. Watch this. Just to let you know, the Gadites and the so-called Mexicanos were dark-skinned people. They were dark brown, copper people. The only reason why some of y'all got that lighten up because a lot of the women got raped by the conquistadors and whatnot. So it lightened y'all, gave you the green eyes and the little white-looking look and the blondish hair or whatever. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I have an understanding why y'all gear so much towards Esau, because you see Esau in power. So you think, oh, well, you know, he's in power, so we can't be this and that. There was a guy on TikTok, and I love watching because he goes back into the roots, and he's like, look, at the end of the day, we were slaves too. And guess what? When we go deeper down in Mexico, and go really deep, what do we see? The dark chocolate like me. Well, they hide them just like the Filipinos hide the dark-skinned people. It is what it is if you do your history. But this is the doing of Esau, Edom. As I said earlier, there is no end to no people. There is no end of all people. Even of all that have been before them, they also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Letting you know, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and 16. Tells you that there is no end to no people. These Edomites are still freaking here. They just call themselves something else. Matter of fact, let's go on even further. Watch this. Let's go to the book of, where I want to go. Oh, Psalms, right? Let's go to the book of Psalms. Watch this. Follow along. Crack them Bibles open. Blow the dust off of it. Because a lot of y'all ain't reading this stuff. And you should. Psalms 49. Let me hurry up and try to get there. Verse 11. What does it say? This is Edom. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. That's their inward thought, that they're going to just rule forever. Forever, 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 ever. Right? And their dwelling place to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Africus Acanthus, which is named after what? An Edomite. And that's the land of Ham. And we're not Hamites. At the end of the day, once again, what their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So how are they done away with if their houses are done? They feel their houses will continue forever. They're not. They're still here because they still do the same shit now. And these other nations are starting to pick up on it. That's why they gearing up for war. They're getting sick and tired of this devil. Of course, Yahweh Shema Shai is putting that in their mind because he's going to blow this place clean, smooth off the map. Matter of fact, let's go even further with this. Let's prove some more. Oh, I don't know, did I say this? That Esau is a vagabond? I think I did, saying so much. Genesis chapter, where do I want to go? Genesis chapter 4, right? Remember, because this is who he is. Genesis chapter 4 and 12. Let me see. Do I have it? Is that what I want? Let me see. Alright, yeah, I think that when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. A fugitive and a vagabond thou shalt be on the earth. That's you, Esau, Edom. Yes, at this time it's talking to Cain. Guess who you are? Basically, you're Cain reincarnated. You got the spirit of Cain on the Edomites. It is what it is. Matter of fact, let's prove it even some more, right? How does Esau Edom live? Remember, he conquered lands. He did all kinds of stuff. He slaughtered, he killed, he stole, he lied. How did he do it? So let's go to find out how he did it, right? And he does it today. Genesis 27, right? Verse 40. And listen to what it says. And this is by Esau. And by thy sword shalt thou live. By a weapon. A sword, a blinky, a gun, whatever. He was always doing war. He was always killing and taking. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. How does Esau Edom live? By the sword. Today he has what? He feels he has the most biggest military. Matter of fact, I was watching TikTok the other day, and it was a colonel or whatever he was, and the boast that came out of his mouth, the pride that came out of his mouth, talking about, yeah, we geared up for war, yeah, we ready for war, we wish y'all would do something, you other nations. We bathed in blood in war. Hey, pride before a great fall. It is what it is. Matter of fact, let's go into another scripture, right? We said Genesis. Matter of fact, like I said earlier, all the destruction that Edom do. Watch this. Job 9. Y'all heard this. Y'all heard this, Israel. Job 9:24. Right? See, if they done away with, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And the wicked are still here. Last time I checked, I'm still in goddamn bondage. I'm not in the kingdom. I can't even trust the damn water I drink. Matter of fact, can't even trust the air that I breathe. Because the devil has destroyed everything. Evil E is destroying everything. Look at them scientists. Look at Mr. Hates about the one to jab and do stuff to people and jabbing up animals and all kind of stuff, trying to say it's gonna be better for y'all, but he ain't eating the shit. He ain't drinking the shit. Neither is his family. I always said they know what's best for you. But when you turn around, motherfuckers laying out, excuse my French. It just pisses me off. I have to clip this video. God dang, I'm going to put this on my other channel just in case y'all, what's going on. Job 9:24 again. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who covered the faces during the Renaissance? They took what was dark chocolate brown and pastured creamy envelope color on everything. made the angel so-called white, well, his name is not Jesus, well, made him white, the Hamashiach white, made the Father white, told us when we was enslaved, when they were beating the shit out of us and hanging us, to serve them because they were the gods. Did you forget about that? Did you forget? I didn't. So Esau gonna get in trouble. Matter of fact, let's go even further with this. I know I'm burning through a lot of time. Malachi, right? Because you know that time is coming for their fall. Malachi chapter 4, and we gonna get you already know where I'm going. Verse 1, right? Is that one on Malachi 4 and 1? No, that's not what I want. Malachi 1 and 4. Is that what I want? Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. That's what they did during the Renaissance. After they got towed down, what did they do? They came back and they started to build, right? Till this day, they are still building like Bob the Builder. Where Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them, the Edomites, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. A hatred. He's just letting Esau do what he want to do, just like he did Pharaoh. Keep hardening his heart. Keep hardening his heart. Let my people go. Remember that? Keep hardening his heart. And what happened? Yeah, you know the story. Well, you should. Anyway, let's move on even further. Let's go to another scripture. What did Yahweh Shemashah say about Esau, Edom? Because he don't love him. Let's go to Romans, right? How much time I got? I'm trying to make this quick because I'm running out of time, y'all. And I got to figure out, I keep telling you, I got to figure out how to get more time on this. Or maybe just go live. Let's see, go Romans. Is it 9? Romans 9 and 13. Let's get that, right? And it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Did Yahweh Shemashah change about hating Esau? Nope. Because he's the wicked. He was created to be the wicked. He was created to be crooked. Go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. This man is as death. Who do you think is talking about? The Edomites. They love war. They love killing. They love slaughtering. They shoot us like goddamn fish in a barrel. Matter of fact, they just did a Jim Crow law. What do you think is going to come out of that down in Mississippi? Black people going to be, so-called black people going to be drugged behind trucks, don't get no justice, or none of that. See, what do you think when they always talk about make America great again? You ever thought about that? When was America ever great? When they had the niggers and the Mexicans and the so-called Native Americans in goddamn servitude. That's when America was great. When they were sitting on their goddamn white porch and they picket fence and they was in their goddamn, we call them things, rocking chairs, smoking cigars, drinking while they were beating Jake. That's what the good old days. But that shit ain't gonna happen. Anyway, they can try. But anyway, let's move on even further. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Obadiah. I'm trying to make it quick, man, because I'm running out of time, y'all. Let's go to the book of Obadiah, right? Because, hey, top man, look, man, at the end, that's their ass. Obadiah chapter 1, right? In verse, what did I want? 8. Listen to this. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? Are not the wise men still here today of Edom? They run in everything. So whatever vocab says about Edomites are done away with, there are no Edomites. They're gone during the Maccabees. Bullshit. They are still in charge. Good luck, vocab. Good luck. We ain't going back to sleep. You can try as you may. We ain't. Matter of fact, for due to time, I need y'all to read Jeremiah chapter, 49, 17, and 18. Just give you something to read. And also Revelations 18, 8 through 10, letting you know that, hey, the time is coming for this place to go. But at the end of the day, truth be told, the Edomites are not done away with. They are still here. They just call themselves something else. Oh, but don't worry, because in the kingdom, you're going to get rounded up. Go read Obadiah. Read the book of Obadiah. What is that? Chapter 1 is that verse. Matter of fact, give me a minute. There it is, Obadiah 1 and verse 18. That's what's going to happen to them in the kingdom. After they serve their servitude, go to Revelation, 13, verse 9 and 10. That time is coming. And the funny thing about it, the higher elites know this. All those in the high places that's pulling the strings, they know what it is. They know who they are. They know exactly who they are. They're just not telling you. And some of you Caucasians are starting to wake up and understand what we're saying is 100% true. And we've been telling you. And judgment is coming. But anyway, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahak, Kodash, Shalom.